Now again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. Now you full on committed. Now this you should either die or be very close to.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a perfect quote, Jing Chen. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think you were watching if he hit level 5 or not. If I had to guess off the top of my head, that's probably what you did. So he's level 4 here. This is the blue. This is where he lost the minions. I just want to see when does he actually tick over to 5. Because if he ticked over to 5 on the minion, yeah, he did. Or is this the next wave? It's the next wave, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the 17.
Alright, nope, he just hit, he level 5 right here. So, pay attention that next time. You know you have your ultimate, which means odds are they have theirs. Think about what your enemy is going to do before they do it. Alright, here's another way of thinking about it. What would you do if you see an Odin who's half HP, full kit a wave?
I would just use my whole entire combo on it.
On him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's saying your opponent isn't going to do that to you? That's another way to think about it. Think about it like...
How would I kill myself, practically?
Yeah, pretty much. How can I die here? You know, a lot of times you'll see Fine OK or someone looking at a person, and when they're half HP in their tower, they'll be like, I have a weird feeling I'm going to get blinked on, because that's what I would do to me. And then next thing you know, 2 seconds later, blink. And they already have a plan to deal with it. Because they thought about it, looked at their opponent, like, if I were them, I would blink. And try to get me out, and like try to catch me off guard. And that's why sometimes you can see a bait with like, they'll try just pressing back and just sitting there staring at their opponent while they're trying to zone like right here, and next thing you know they'll blink and then they already have a plan for it, or they'll blink the blink to counteract it. That's another thing they'll do. It's because they're thinking about it. What would I do to kill me?
I've never really thought about it that way.
And now we wait. First off, do you know who I am?
A little bit. I've seen you play a little bit in Archangel.
Okay, and I absolutely fed in that, so that's a great start. But anyway, obviously I am Arc Atlas. I've been playing this game since I was like 15. I am 22 now.
I think I started playing when I was 15.
I've been in comp since season 4. Technically I've never hit masters, but that's because I don't play. But I've played in constant masters level scrims since at least season like 5, 6. And I've been coached by plenty of people, a couple SOC people. I've teamed with SOC people. I've been doing this for a long time. I gave up on the dream of trying to hit SPL, but now I just try to like create content and help the community grow. That's who I am, just so you know. I mainly start with the picks and bans phase because how this goes mainly it depicts your laning phase pretty much. Do you know why?
Because it could be either a bad matchup for me or a good matchup.
Yep. So let's say I have a weird feeling you're gonna first pick this Odin because it's left open.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe Jing Chen was either third or bottom pick.
Now, just a theory and just a thought. Sobek's unbanned here. But imagine if you picked... Oh, wait, Soul was our first pick. Alright, that's a bit odd. Actually, it's not odd, but you know. I figured that would have been Odin.
I thought it was too.
Anyway. Odin has a really rough laning phase sometimes because there's a lot of things that could cancel out his clear. So like Achilles, for example. You probably watched me get absolutely domed on by Achilles recently. Mainly Margie. Whenever he plays Achilles and I'm Odin. He does way too much damage early, and he completely stops everything you want to do. You want a bird bomb, he's going to stun you when you land, bird bomb's gone. You want a 3, he's going to stun you. So no matter what you do, you're going to get stunned out of one of your abilities, and God forbid you jump, then you're eating Achilles autos and Achilles abilities. Yada yada yada. Hercules, same deal. Sobek, he won't out-clear you, but he'll stop you from clearing. Jing Chen, He can, it's harder to do on Jing Chen than the other two, but he can knock you up and stop you from bird bombing. Sir Cat first pick. Alright,
Yeah,
so you went Rang does 3 HP, potion 3 HP, mana potions.
I don't know whether to do 4 and 2 or
Personal
3 and
preference. That's all.
3. Really?
Yep. I prefer going 4 and 2, but that doesn't mean I won't go the other ones. Okay.
I botched that up.
Yes, you did.
I know you're supposed to do it really fast so you can hit all the minions, and I know I did that wrong.
Okay, so you got that one. Good. I like how you're focusing the wave at first. That's good. Hit him. So why is it a good thing to hit him right then and there?
So he takes wave and your poke?
Correct. So why didn't you?
I don't know, really.
If I had to guess, it's because you're a quarter HP. But you also didn't pop your second potion. Part of the reason why this is so strong is the fact that you get 15 HP per second in the early game, which is quite a bit. That's like 20% of your HP bar. The other option is if you're able to run away fast enough, because you don't really want to take too many trades into Jing Chen that has Vamp Shroud and Imperial, because they have a lot of defense towards you and a lot of sustain against you. So another option, which I think that's what you were trying to do until he hit you, was to come over here and get your Sharpie. But the problem with that, if you try going to it now, you just use your poke.
Yeah.
So those are your two options. Either fight him really hard, or go get the Sharpie. But instead you back off and use your abilities, and now you're here. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I jumped in on
nope, not even that. Use your 3. And didn't even clear the wave. So, what CC immunity does he have, Odin, have on his 3?
Knock up.
And what is Jing Chen's only form of CC besides his ultimate?
Knock up.
And I know a lot of times, for some odd reason, people have a hard time grouping the wave or hitting the full wave on Odin. So one thing you can do is walk up to like right here and press your 3. It'll pulse out once, and as it's pulsing, you're going to walk over to the middle of the wave or just behind the archers. You hit him with the pulse. So that means the melee archers are coming towards you. Group the wave, and then full clear it. That's the advantage you have over the Jing Chen right now. That's a better question. Whenever you go into a laning phase, I want you to start thinking, like, what is this opponent good at? Like, what is their god good at? Jing Chen is really, really, really good at taking HP trades. But what is he really bad at? And that's a question. I want you to answer that. What is Jing Chen bad at doing?
He's bad at escaping.
Nope, he is one of the best at escaping. He has 2 CC immunity leaps, and he also has a CC immune ult. Or, sorry, untargetable leaps, that's the word I'm looking for.
I don't really know.
He is really bad at clearing wave. So what is your goal in this laning phase?
Clear wave.
Why?
Because he has a harder time on clearing it.
And he fights you better. If you take an HP trade against him, he will win every time. Unless you flat out kill him, he will win. He has more sustain than you, and he has more defense than you. But what you can do is try to group the wave and clear it ASAP, and then leave. Because if you outclear him and then walk into the jungle, what is he gonna do? He still has like at least 4 to 3 minions to clear. He can't follow you. So whenever you're against a guardian, or like especially something like Jing Chen, you want to just try to group the wave with your 3, hit him with 1 pulse of it. The other 2 are gonna group the wave, full clear it, hit them with the stun. Hopefully hit him with the stun too, because why not? And then just jump on the wave. Now, whenever he gets ult, you can't do that, but it becomes a little bit harder. But anyway, you jump the wave, you only hit the 3 minions, you missed 2 of them over here, now he's going to turn on you. He's going to do that every single time. What's your response?
I think I just, like, still just try to clear wave.
Perfect, that's exactly right. Because now look, he's still trying to clear this, and you have a totem to clear. Now
Yeah, he knows my jump's down.
Yep, he knows your bird bomb's down. So he's gonna run at you. Now you're low. I don't know why I don't have HP bars on. I don't know the button and key button for that.
Press O.
It's O for that? Perfect. Thank you. I never knew that. Alright, so you bird bombed. If this guy was a better player, you would be dead right now.
Yeah.
So, what do you do in situations like this?
Definitely not bird bomb like I did.
Yep, that is true.
Either hold on to my jump or hold on to the bird bomb and use the 3 for lane clear / poke.
Yep, your main goal is to use your 3. Now I know the better option on 9 times out of 10 is to max a 2 and jump the wave. But can you do that right now? Because of the way he's building.
No.
So what would be a better idea?
Max a 3.
And again, Xing Chen's only form of CC is a knock-up, which you are immune to. I need to lower my music, I just realized. It's a little bit too loud. There we go. So what you can do is press your 2, so you get an HP shield to deal with his poke and the minion wave. Group the minion wave with your 3, and then just 3 all the way through it, because he cannot stop it. Now, that doesn't work against, you know, like Sobex and Hercules and Achilles. That won't work. But in this specific scenario, it will. So just keep that in mind. Your shield at that point isn't to jump on it, it's to buy the HP that you're going to need to clear the wave. Understand?
Okay.
A lot of times people think of Odin's bird shield is just that. It's going to shield and jump and bird bomb. But no, that's 400 HP every 6 seconds because you're building full cooldown.
I think I die here.
Is there a jungler nearby? I don't see how you would die here. Okay. However, in ganks, it's probably better for you to stun him than buff your Robin's attack speed. Robin is, yeah, he has a fast attack chain, but he's not really a auto attack character. He's an ability-based character, so attack speed is just added on bonus. Even then, he has really good auto attack cancels. So like that, you need to stop doing. Because here's the thing, you just tag them, and you just lost that minion. And then you lost that one too. And you're going to lose that third.
No, I'm getting the assist for it.
Oh, you are? Because I thought that would be too long.
No.
Well, you definitely lost that third one. You lost that one. You're getting that one. So, best case scenario, you lost 2. Worst case, you lost 4. And have you ever heard of DM Brandon? I'm sure you have. You've been playing as long as I have.
Yes.
Now, the guy's an asshole, and he doesn't deserve to be playing Smite anymore. But he was good in certain things. He was smart. He thought about the game in a weird way. And one thing that stuck with me is that he looked at this game as a speed run to level 20. You want to be hitting level 20 as fast as humanly possible. And that means getting every single little bit of EXP. Now, those 2 minions that you lost, the guaranteed 2 minions that you lost, doesn't seem like a lot. But if you do that every time your blue buff spawns, that's going to add up to like a level and a half really quickly. And you're going to wonder, why is this Xing Chen so far ahead of me, especially in gold and EXP? It's like, oh, what happened here? And it's because he's getting all the minions and you're not. So I think right now, does he already have his blue? I think the timer just screwed up because I paused or something, I don't know. But
yeah,
another thing, make sure you write this down. You full cleared, which is great. That's exactly what you want to do. But here's the problem. See these 3 minions?
I missed them.
How could you have actually, hit them?
Yeah.
No, that's a legitimate question. How could you have hit them?
If I group up the wave.
And how do you do that?
With the 1 pulse of the 3, and then moving them together, using the rest of the pulses out, and then train stun.
Perfect. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Because here's the thing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 seconds. You wasted 18 seconds clearing 3 minions. Think about that. Now again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. Now you full on committed. Now this you should either die or be very close to.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a perfect quote, Jing Chen. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think you were watching if he hit level 5 or not. If I had to guess off the top of my head, that's probably what you did. So he's level 4 here. This is the blue. This is where he lost the minions. I just want to see when does he actually tick over to 5. Because if he ticked over to 5 on the minion, yeah, he did. Where's this the next wave? It's the next wave, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the 17.
Alright, nope,
minute.
he level 5 right here. So, pay attention to that next time. You know you have your ultimate, which means odds are they have theirs. Think about what your enemy is going to do before they do it. Alright, here's another way of thinking about it. What would you do if you see an Odin who's half HP full kit a wave?
I would just use my whole entire combo on it.
On him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's saying your opponent isn't going to do that to you? That's another way to think about it. Think about it like...
How would I kill myself, practically?
Yeah, pretty much. How can I die here? You know, a lot of times you'll see Fine OK or someone looking at a person, and when they're half HP in their tower, to be like, I have a weird feeling I'm going to get blinked on, because that's what I would do to me. And then next thing you know, 2 seconds later, blink. And they already have a plan to deal with it. Because they thought about it, looked at their opponent, was like, if I were them, I would blink. And try to get me out, and like try to catch me off guard. And that's why sometimes you can see a bait with like, they'll try just pressing back and just sitting there staring at their opponent while they're trying to zone like right here, and next thing you know they'll blink and then they already have a plan for it, or they'll blink the blink to counteract it. That's another thing they'll do. It's because they're thinking about it. What would I do to kill me?
I've never really thought about it that way.
And now we wait. Out of curiosity, are you going for Bulwark, or are you going for Talisman, or are you going for Pesty?
Talisman.
Okay.
I just wanted the mana sustain early.
That's perfectly fine. It's personal preference. I personally like Bulwark, but that's just me. I 100% agree with. All right, so here's the problem.
There's a wave there, and I'm going for a Sharpie right now.
Cool, so you already know. Let's see if you lose anything. You might get lucky and that brute minion doesn't die, which you did. But that might not always happen. And again, every single minion counts. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I don't know why I'm standing here.
Well, anyway, what should you be doing?
Going for my blue.
It was either, yeah, it's a personal preference, either your blue or that. I prefer going for the neutral objective before going for my objective, but that's just me. Yeah, I think you just full kitted, which means you're out of mana. You did. And now he has that tyrannical plate helm. He is really far ahead of you, and you took the safe way. Why did you take the safe way?
Because I was out of mana and didn't want to get full kitted on and just die again.
Okay, well here's the thing. See that big white thing right there? That's called an HP shield, and judging by that, I would say is like you have 3 or 4 points into it. Yeah, that was right. That means the cooldown's every 12 seconds. If you use it there, you have maybe 6 seconds. Like, there's no way a Jing Chen's gonna kill you from full HP before your shield's back. And even if he did, then at that point he's wasting his time when he could be doing other things. Again, think about what the opponent should be doing right now. Your blue's up, which means odds are his blue is up. If you're doing yours, and you just saw him clear a wave, where is he going to go? He's either going to go to Totem, or he's going to go to his blue. Now, personally, again, if I was him, and I know you have a wave to clear, I'm going to take the neutral objective first. Then I'm going to come back, clear the next wave, and while you're busy trying to clear it again, then I'm going to go to mine. That's the way I think about the game. I'm trying to keep you busy and forcing you to make a choice. Where should I be? What do I want to do? Then think about it from the enemy's perspective. What does he want to do? What would I do if I was him? So my guess is you're gonna bird bomb this in a second. Oh wow, you're not.
I just tagged the minion, so
So that
no
means you're
matter what, I
scared in
would
my
get an
eyes.
assist.
You don't want to bird bomb in front of Jing Chen right now. And now Jing Chen's doing what you should be doing.
Warding.
No, not even that. What is this ward doing for people?
Telling when I'm leaving the lane or...
Alright, well here's the thing. If you're leaving lane, are you gonna be taking that path, or are you gonna be taking this path?
Yeah, jungler ganks, maybe?
Alright, well if a jungler's right here... Think about the timing. You have, what, maybe 5 seconds, and Jing Chen's gonna be playing right here. If he's gonna get ganked, he's gonna be right here. That gives him, like, maybe 5 seconds to make a decision. That ward does absolutely nothing. And keep in mind, the jungler could always just take... Oh, I didn't see that one there. I lied. Personally, this ward should be on your blue. And then that ward should be on their harpies. Why?
Because that gives timers and tells you where their jungler is?
Correct. Think about the traffic of the area. How often is someone stepping through this? Only to clear this, right?
Yeah.
But how often is their jungler stepping up to clear this?
So I shouldn't even be warding at the Sharpies?
Not really, no. I mean, again, if you have your dinky like one ward, like your vision shard, yeah, go ahead ward here. But the ones that actually last 2 minutes and they're actually worth money, you think of it like an investment. You're spending 50 gold to hopefully get something later. Not to save your life, you're trying to get their blue or get their back camps. You especially, Odin, you clear extremely fast. If you're able to just walk up here, clear this, and you know the timing of their back camp, you could out-clear the Jing Chen and then walk over to this, and then Jing Chen is forced to make a choice. Do I clear my own wave? Which, I mean, this is if you're even. Now you're behind, so it's a little bit weird. But now the Jing Chen's forced to make a choice. Do I clear my own wave and let you walk into the jungle? Or do I follow you and lose my wave to tower? Meanwhile, you're coming up here to annoy the jungler. Hello, friend. And waste the jungler's time. And what is your job in your laning phase? That's a better question I should ask. Because I have yet to ask this here.
To just try to get out and to steal farm and make an impact somewhere else?
Your job is to annoy the jungler. Annoy, steal the jungler's farm, put him behind. Your job isn't to put your lane opponent behind. That's the jungler's job. Your job is to put the enemy jungler behind. And how do you do that?
By stealing camps and rotating out constantly.
Yep, you want to be out of your lane as fast as possible. You want to be able to clear, walk up here, place a ward down, proxy, and then you have free reign for 45 seconds to sit right around here and then look for the jungler. Now what happens if the jungler's actually there? And now you're in a 2v1 scenario.
Call over my jungler and
Nope,
make it a...
that is the wrong choice. Now what is the benefit of their jungler being on you and your jungler doing something else?
Their jungler is right beside me and they can make another impact somewhere else on the map.
Correct. How valuable are you to the game? And early to mid game?
I don't really know.
You're not at all. Unless you're like able to make a very early rotation to mid, like FineOK does, and like gank over here because they're being stupid at level 3. Then what impact do you have on the map? Totems? The Scorpion? And realistically, until Gold Fury Scorpion is down, are you going to rotate at all anyway?
No.
So, if you could trade your time, especially if you proxied, so you're buying time anyway, for the jungler's time, who could be doing anything else other than trying to fight you, it's a win. Now, the only thing is, you have to stay alive. Because if you walk into the enemy jungle, and then die to the jungler in a 2v1, then you are inting. But if you're able to be up here and annoy the... No, come on. It's not going to let me click. Alright, fine. I'll go there myself. if you just be up here and just annoy him and annoy the Jing Chen while the wave's under tower and this guy's not farming, this guy's the most important person on the map. And you traded his time for yours. That's a win. So again, your job isn't to annoy the solo laner. Your job is to make this jungler's life a living hell. Anyway. I completely forget what was the point of this. What I was saying before then. So again, right now, I know you're out of mana, but this is similar to how I would react. I see you as scared right now. This Jing Chen has complete free reign of the laning phase. He can do whatever he wants to you, and you will not fight back. I mean that in like a nice way. Like, that's the way I'm seeing it. You will not fight back. I like the way you cleared that, by the way. You did that right. The only thing is, if I was Jing Chen right now, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing exactly what I told you to do. He's looking for your jungler. Now, where are you going?
I think just the Sharpie, just to get some farming in.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, he knows I did
1,
that.
2, 3. Did you bird bomb? No.
No.
Okay. So, again, do the math on it. This thing is worth 1 million. I don't even know if you got it, but I don't even care if you got it. You lost at least 3 to EXP, and you lost 5 or 6 in gold. So where should your priority be for next time?
Wave.
And also keep in mind, if he takes this before 15 minutes, what is this thing worth?
1 million?
Half of 1 million. Because remember, before 15 minutes, everything invaded has a penalty against it. It's worth like half. Or like, I forget what it is, but it's either worth 75% or half of what it should be for you. So even if he did invade this, it's a small gain. He's better off like not invading this and going to his, and then clearing the next wave and then going to yours. Because it's worth more for his. This one is worth more than yours. But anyway. Instead, you're trying to get out of lane, you're trying to go clear stuff in the jungle, but problem was he already outcleared you. At this point in the game, Jing Chen doesn't have clearing problems. He has mana problems at this point in the game. But he constantly has blue buffs, so it doesn't matter. So now here, you're forced to make a choice. What should he realistically be doing right now?
Going on back camps.
Nope.
And, like...
See this guy?
Oh, proxy.
He should proxy. Now, why should he proxy instead of doing blue? Blue's up, yes, and that's important. But why should he be doing this instead of that?
Because it's more experience, the proxy.
Time. The most valuable commodity in both in life and in Smite is time. Clearing this right now buys him 45 seconds, and on top of that, it forces you to make a choice. Because since there's no wave for your wave to clash into, what's happening to his? It's going to clash into the tower. And if it's clashing into tower, and you have a Jing Chen sitting on your blue, what choice do you have to make? Do I defend my blue and just... He doesn't even have to get the blue. He could just stall you here. And if he stalls you here, he's winning. Because that's going into tower. Or, you could choose to get your wave, which then Jing Chen gets your blue for free.
I think I do neither here. I think I poke face in mid lane.
Which is okay.
Back off.
There's nothing wrong with that. At this point, your laning phase is kind of scuffed. Actually, no, you have defense now. You should be at least able to survive. Now, the only thing is, you can't bird bomb at this point. Every time he goes on you, you have to shield to defend yourself. That's why Odin is so hard to kill in team fights. Because at that point, Odin shouldn't be bird bombing unless he already won the fight. You press 2, you eat as much damage as you can, you stun somebody. Oh look, they're looking at me again, and then you jump away. Oh look, you got up to me, my shield's back. Oh, you killed my shield? Well, you're stunned again, and now I'm jumping away again. But anyway, so at this point in the laning phase, you should not be bird bombing, because every time you bird bombed, you've been forced to 25% and forced to back. You can't be. Anyway, so that's what he should be doing, and I want you to be able to learn from that too. If you have the choice between proxying and the blue, always proxy first. It takes more time, yes, but if he proxied right now, that wave would be under the tower, and you're doing back camps. Just a thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna jump this instead of walking around, so now you have no way to clear this fast. And you're not holding your 3. Out of curiosity, what do you level second? Alright, you're leveling the jump second. Okay. Not a problem with it. It's personal preference. I prefer the 3. But that's just me. You're using that just for the attack speed buff, it seems.
Yeah.
I like to use it because, again, the 3 does, I think it's 100 damage. That's not who I want to spectate. That's who I want to spectate. I think it's 100 damage when it's maxed out per tick. 105 damage per tick, and that hits 3 times. So realistically, this thing is hitting for 500 damage. Base. If you hold it out for the full thing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, this lowers the cooldown on it. But this cooldown and this cooldown is the same anyway. I like that. This is a good cage. He already jumped. He didn't think about what you should be doing. Now, realistically, you can't kill him. Perfect. Nice job. That was a perfect cage, and this is your time to get back in the game. What should you be doing right now?
Focus on wave and then go proxy and try to see if their back camps are up.
Perfect. If you have wards, which you don't, but this would be the perfect time to get wards back over here. Just because you literally have free farm. You have all the time in the world to do whatever you want. Normally, some people are like, hey, I want to rotate, and that's the wrong decision because you have, well, I don't know how long the timer is. You think he's back. I don't know what the timer is because the timer's 0 on my screen, which is, no, this is bad. Why are you backing? You just saw the jungler die. Yeah. You killed the soul laner, and you just saw the jungler die, and you're not walking to proxy. This wave could be dead. And guess what? The jungler's dead. This could be yours. Yes, you're half HP. And then this could be yours, because that just spawned. And oh, hey, look. This could be yours, because this is here. Oh, hey, look. This could be yours. Oh, hey, look. Your blue's up. Oh, hey, look. Your backs are up. But instead you backed.
This could be yours. This could be yours.
Legitimately, you could have done all of that and been level 12. Just saying. How old are you, out of curiosity?
17.
17, okay. I'm assuming you were not taking an economics course in your school.
We don't even have that offer.
Alright, anyway. That was my major. There's something called an opportunity cost, and it's the price of doing one thing over another.
Oh yeah, I remember learning that part.
Okay, so anyway, that applies to Smite too. You backed. So
I lost like
all that EXP.
4 minutes.
No, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. You backed, so you lost all of this EXP throughout the jungle. Now imagine if you did that. And not only that, but the power spike you bought is 75 HP and 10 defense.
I would have been able to buy at least tier 2, maybe tier 3.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how much. I forget. Golden hand's over here. I don't know the button for it. Golden hand. Maybe. I don't know. It'll be close if you did. But anyway,
I would just skip down a word if it was close.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is, you choosing the back made you lose all of that. Meanwhile, if you chose to do all that, you'd be able to clear this wave, be at 1 HP, because Jing Chen would be back at this point, and then back and get, because you want to back anyway, and get your full item, or at least another tier of it, and have more EXP. The important part here is the EXP. But think of the opportunity cost. If I choose to do this, what am I losing? That's how I want you to start thinking about the game. If I choose to rotate, then I'm losing EXP on the map. Like, is it ever really worth to rotate the fights like these if gold's up? I mean, if gold's up.
Gold's up, yeah.
But if gold's down, is it worth it?
No.
Unless you are the saving grace of your team, which sometimes you have to be in solo lane, and your entire team is like almost dead, but you can rotate in and at least stop them from dying more and maybe even trade a couple kills, then it's worth it. But then you have to worry about your solo laner later because they're not going to rotate. Hey, my team's doing fine. I don't need to do anything here. And they're going to leave. Anyway. But always think about, what am I losing by doing what I'm doing? What is the opportunity cost of this? So have you noticed, how often do you press tab?
Pretty often.
Okay. So, something tells me you didn't press it there. Do you want to know why I can tell you didn't press it there?
Because
You're fighting into him.
Yeah. He
Now,
hit his power spike before me.
Yeah, he has. Now, a lot of times, this is why Guardians are so strong right now, is because they're allowed to build this. And if they're allowed to build this, you physically cannot touch him, and the jungler cannot physically touch him. You already know what I'm about to say.
I miss those minions. I'm on Instacast,
8,
so I
9,
miss it.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14 seconds. You wasted, nice jump. You wasted 14 seconds on clearing a brute. Anyway, he's wasting time by hitting you. He should realistically be trying to go get wards on the backs and doing whatever he wants to do in your jungle. Yay! Anyway. This is such a why are you doing this at like 11 minutes, both of you? I don't get it. This is why I yelled at him when I coached him. Yes, and this was one of the things I yelled at him for. We've talked about boxing.
This. I faced him beforehand. I know he loves boxing. I don't know why I was playing.
Alright, so this is good by your team. Or actually, no wait, never mind. I didn't realize that Jing Chen was there. Not Erlang Shen was there. Did he have ult up? No, he didn't. Okay, I was about to say, if he died with ult up. Now, however, you know what you just did, right?
Yeah.
You didn't watch the map and say, Erlang Shen's at my back camps. So if Erlang Shen's at my back camps, can I use both of my, A, my defense ability, and B, my movement ability on clearing a wave? Can I do that? No. So anyway, my next question is, what's your escape plan?
Blink.
Okay. Where?
So this is what I like to do. Sometimes I'll just run at them and then blink past them.
Okay.
I don't know if I did it here.
Do you want to know what I would do? Only because I'm like game state and like I have been in this situation before. You want to know what I would do? I'm going this way. I'm at least running this way, and at that point, only thing I'm doing is buying cooldowns and buying distance. Because if I run at them, my movement and my CC, my defense ability and my movement ability is down. So all I have is a stun.
Yeah, and I have more movement speed because I have full stacked talisman.
Yep, that's another factor of it. I think Erlang Shen can still catch you. Maybe, if speed buff is enhanced, which it's not. I don't know if he can catch you. Maybe he could. But, I'm running that way. Which that seems to be what you're doing. Oh, but you turn around. So you're not even looking at your map. Your jump should be up soon. I like that cage. I don't mind that cage at all. And now here's the thing. You forced him to make a choice. He just lost 4 minions. Actually, he lost a full wave of minions because there are 2 there he wasn't there for. Now here's the problem.
Yeah, I'm going for my blue buff here.
No, it's not that. The problem, and I like this. Why do I like this now? That's a better question.
Because it also makes the choice of, does he want a scorpion, wave, or my blue buff?
Is your blue buff under threat right now?
No.
Yes. Why is it under threat? Because this asshole who's level 9 is still in the area. Which actually, he's level 9. I think you could realistically fight him. You're level 12. But anyway, I just realized that. That's my bad. You honestly could probably fight that guy and be okay. As long as you play your cards right. You shield at the right time, you jump over his bullshit, or jump away from his bullshit. That's what you have to do. Odin's a really good outplay character, because he has the ability to jump over and react to things. Because his jump is immunity framed on like frame 1. You ever try to catch a Hunbats? And you throw an ability, and then he reacts to it with a jump? Odin can do the same thing. But I like this blue buff. Even though your wave's there and it's flashing, I like this because it was under threat. Now, if you went over did your wave, not only would they collapse onto you, your blue would be gone, because guess what? Where'd they go right after that? They went to this.
And then he clears wave, then I saw him back, so I just stay here.
That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Now,
I saw him leave, and
you saw him leave. Well, you bird bomb, so you don't have a shield, you have no defense right now. And you want the wave. Alright, so you just saw Jing Chen use his 1. That's his strongest ability besides ultimate, which I think he already ulted. I don't remember. But anyway.
It's up.
I'm trying to use like the information I got from the game state itself without using the little diamond. So, stuff that I see, hopefully you would see, or hopefully your team would call it if they used it over here. So I don't remember. But get back. He got his blue. Again, Jing Chen's weakness is that he can't really clear well.
Yeah, they're telling me to go over to this fight.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know that.
And we do pick up a few kills over here, and I do get a stack off of my ultimate.
Okay, stack's not important. Never really worry about that. You should still have shield up.
We pick up 2 kills here.
Okay. Alright, so here's something I need to give you a quick lesson on. Team fights. Solo laners, what are our jobs?
Dive the back line.
So why are you diving a Circuit support?
Tunnel vision.
Just saying. Like I'm not meaning it to be a dick. Just
yeah.
I teach in ways and to make things memorable. If I make this thing awkward and silent and you're just staring at a Jing Wei while you're chasing a Circuit, you're gonna remember it.
Yep.
And now next time you see a situation like this, you see a support who's 1 HP, and like unless there's absolutely nothing else on the map, and you know there's nothing else on the map, then it's okay to chase a support, obviously. But
yeah,
she's hitting minions.
Both kills over here.
They're not important. Who cares? Those two can live for all I want, like all I care. What I want is this person to be dead, because this is the most important person in the game. Come like level 13, 14, 15, and onward. And honestly, with how their builds are, shit, the minute they get Ickful, they're the most important person in the game. But hey, that's why they're nerfing it. But anyway, I want to see you just make this person's life a living hell. But instead, we chase that, yada yada, and she's gonna get out. At least I would think she would get out, because it's a 1v1 over here. And I don't trust your team. Alright, we're collapsing. She should have ulted this way. We get the cage. That's good. We still at least got her in the end, but my point is this should be your immediate target.
Yeah.
And if you see that, you're calling, hey, get Jing Wei, get Jing Wei. Fuck the support. I don't care about them. Get this Jing Wei.
Jing Wei being the #1 priority right now.
Yep. And now I like the fact you've been using your attack speed buff on that, but really keep in mind, half of this is your stun. Like, Odin strong...
I did... The kill onto the Circuit was the stun.
Okay. I'm just saying for like team fights, and like unless you are completely grouped with your team and they're already CC'd, then it's great to go for that. But if they're already CC'd, I'd rather keep them CC'd. Clearing stuff and whatnot, again. Alright, so round 2. Yes, that guy's in your backline. Yes, he's hitting your carries. But guess what you're allowing to happen? Or will be.
Cast.
Yes. You are that buffer. If your jungler's with you, you are that thing that, like, I'm going to full commit, sacrifice my life to kill this person. If their jungler's not with you, and let's say he's, like, 4v1ing their solo laner, which sometimes happens, it's not supposed to be what happens, but it happens a lot. Very often. A lot more often than I wish it, like, I wish they would dive with me at this point, but that never happens. No matter how many VOD reviews. At that point, your job isn't to kill their backline. Your job is just to waste their time. Because again, time is the most valuable thing in this game. If they spend 30 seconds trying to kill you and you live, you did your job, because they're now free casting on the back line. Their time is wasted, granted so is yours, but hopefully your team would be able to kill their front line by then.
Yeah, and my cage is up here now, so I
Yep.
could have just... I don't know why, but 4 people are coming over this way. Me and Bearded know exactly what we're doing, but the Soul and Artemis, Yamocha, don't know why they're over there.
That's fine. Sometimes that happens, and it's just like we're kind of grouped. He held that for you. I would like to see him move that closer to where he's going to be, either over here closer for you, or over here closer for him. If he's backing, he should pull it here. But oh, he didn't hold it. It looked like he did.
He doesn't hold it. It's just I get over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he held it enough. That's my point. I like this. You went for totem and then stopped going for totem in the mid wave. Take your damn thing, man. Take it off instant cast. Put it on quick. That's what I play it. Any kind of leap or circle ability, I put it on quick cast. Because what's the difference at that point? You're more accurate, and it takes like, what, maybe a 1/10 of a second to unpress the button. Not even. Like, I don't know what it is.
I'm going, like... We see Circuit, and...
Okay. Which is fine. So, if you're rotating...
Opportunity cost.
Yep.
I always got those minions, I believe. It's either I got them or the Circuit
Alright,
got
so
'em.
here's another option. You could, if you're going to rotate, yeah, just keep pushing the wave more. Push it to where you can. And if anything, that would force Circuit over here. Because she wants to gank you at this point. But are you scared of a Circuit support and a Jing Chen? Answer is no. As long as you're not bird bombing on cooldown and actually using your tools to survive rather than to do damage, then you'll be fine. But since there's 2 people over here and only one of you, what does that open up on the map?
Pyromancer. Go Fairies up.
When this is up and your team is alive, that's when you want to start being aggressive. Reason being, you being aggressive up here is a bait. Either A, they let you be up here, and then you clear, and then you're allowed to walk into the jungle and walk over to rotate, or B, they want to punish you for being up here, and now it's a 2v1, 3v1, and if it's 3v1, odds are you're dead. But that's when you're screaming, hey guys, get the Gold Fury! And another way to do this is you ask your team, like, hey, guys, if I bait myself, can we get gold? Sometimes, you ever see a Soul Laner proxy up here?
Sometimes.
It's rare, but it does happen. And 9 times out of 10, when they're doing this, it's because gold is up, and they're like, hey guys, I'm going to die for doing this, but I'm going to get 3 people over here. You guys better fucking do gold. And it's communicated. It's like, hey, I'm going to do this. This is your plan when it happens. If it doesn't happen, well, guess what? You just bought a minute of time, and then you're allowed to walk over and do it yourself. Make sense?
Yeah. So just buy enough time for whatever I'm doing, or my team.
Yep. So again, it's either A, if you want to rotate for gold, you have to push it and keep pushing. And like you want to, because again, opportunity cost. You being over in mid lane means you're losing this wave. Guaranteed you're losing it.
I think I run back and only miss like maybe 3.
Alright, but then think of the time.
Look
at how much time you wasted. That's the other thing.
So don't chase unless I know. Okay, apparently don't go in.
Okay. So now you're in mid, and you're 3-way splitting a mid wave. You lose your right wave. He's getting a tower for it, which is a benefit and a curse. Your Danza's going in, and it doesn't even look like you know.
I missed this game.
Unfortunate, it happens, doesn't matter.
I should have used that as a stun.
Yes, you should have. You're not paying attention to the tower damage. You almost die for it. You're gonna die to the Jing Chen if you're not careful. I think he stepped over a ward, which is good. You noticed it. Now here's the thing. You barely did anything in that team fight. You were literally just an HP buffer. That's all you were. Now the Jing Chen rotating in. Why is his rotation better than yours?
Because he's diving that back line and doing a lot of damage.
And what is he losing for it? absolutely nothing, because at this point, this wave wasn't here. You lost your tower, lost a full wave. Going to lose more, probably. And here's the thing, his team's full HP if that Jingwei didn't get one shot. But anyway, his team should have been full HP. Which means they get to do gold now. That should have been a stun? Oh, Jimoja. Okay. That 3 should have been a stun. Especially when you have 3 points into it. Let it do the 500 base damage. Stop bird bombing. You're gonna die for doing bird bombs. You will start dying doing bird bombs. The higher you get, the minute someone sees Odin do a bird bomb, they're going to turn on him. Because what does he have? A stun that he can be stunned out of before it lands? Stop it. It's fine to walk in. It's fine to stun and walk in. It's fine to jump in. It's dangerous to jump in, though. It's better to use your shield first and jump out.
So use the bird bomb to get out, practically.
No, you use bird bomb to eat the damage. And then when your bird bomb's done and you see their damage coming at you, jump away. Or jump over it. That's why I like Blink on Odin. Because you're able to get in without using your jump. Which means your shield. The shield lasts 3 seconds, for example. He's not watching the map. Why did he... What is the point of this? What is this doing?
Warded me.
Why are you warding here? What is this doing?
I've just always been told that is the safe spot to ward.
If you have the bullshit dinky ward, yes. If you have anything else, then don't do it. Again, a ward is an investment. You want to spend that gold to get more. And how do you do that? You ward up here. Not only, it's a 2-for-1 thing. You get timers on their back camp, and then you get to see whoever's on it. And if no one's on it for a while, then guess what? Odds are someone's going to go to it very soon. Or they're over here. Because that's another option. But hey. This Jingwei should die. Oh, look, there it is.
And then Odin cleans up.
Alright, so here's a question for you. Now you're completely out-rotated.
I should have just stayed and did my waves and pushed up farther.
Yep. Because again, you know your Xingqian's over here. This fight's going to be over by the time you get here. Meanwhile, you have this, 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 you have the mid waves you could be doing, yada yada yada. You get the picture. I can't. My mouse stopped clicking on the map apparently, so I have to fly back. I hate this game. Although I do like your Danza ults. Your Danza is arguably the best player with how he's playing right now. He's punishing the enemy. However, your Xingqian is going in. And you're here. Xingqian has no jump. But yeah, I was about to say, that should be a blink cage immediately. Now, he should die. Did you use your... Oh, I know what you did. You use the attack speed buff. Stop it!
Yeah.
Stun them, damn it! They gave Odin stun for a reason. Use it.
my notes just say stun
and
them,
stop
damn it.
bird bombing! Please! Now, I'm assuming you watched Fine OK. Like, you know that opening the last time he played Odin? And it's like, yeah, you use this. This preps the bomb. Now, don't press this button. That's how this feels right now. He's like, cancel that. I'm the greatest. I'll attack. And presses the button. No, Groot! No! Alright, so this is weird. It amazes me that it's been 20 minutes and all the fighting has been around here, but not a single gold has been taken. It amazes me.
By the way, our team is what is the believe in this game from the beginning, the loser team, because this is the STO and their RSO.
Stop it. I know that was just called. But it literally takes less than 5 seconds for you to clear this wave, especially when you know there's no threat nearby. So you can literally bird bomb this and be happy. So clear this first.
The only time I'm allowed to bird bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The only time you're allowed to bird bomb is when you know it's safe. If this is going to kill that Jing Wei and I'm not going to miss, do it. But if you're going to miss or you're going to not kill this Jing Wei, then you need to save it for your own survivability. That's what makes Odin so strong right now. His items do the damage for him.
We're not going to talk about this last item. I know it's bad.
I just now noticed it when I pressed 2. I'm like, what the fuck are you building?
that goes into a Blackthorn hammer. That shouldn't have been Spectral.
Yes, that could have been a Spectral. Another option could have been a Void Shield if they didn't have crit. Another option could have been a Glad Shield because how often you're pressing your attack buttons. Odin's one of the few characters with 4 damaging abilities in his kit. Now this is when I like doing the like. You have no idea where their team is. Are you allowed to bird bomb? Because realistically, there could have been 5 people just like right here, and like, oh hey, he bird bomb, blink, 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 and then you just die. Just in theory. It's obviously it's like highly unlikely, but you don't know is the point. Like, look at that. You're like Pridwin's doing it for you, but my points remains. Nice.
We don't talk about that.
I am very confused. And hey, look, the entire team's here. And you bird bombed. Now imagine if you had your shield for the HP, for Circuit's HP damage. No, you didn't. You would have used it if you did.
I did press 2, after I jumped, I believe. No, I pressed it before I jumped, but it was gone before I jumped.
Okay. But anyway, so now this game's blown wide open. It should be, at least it should be. That's only a 2k lead, but hey. This Circuit's a troll and I love it. Goes invis right in front of Soul. Stares at Soul. Soul does nothing.
Okay, our Soul is a support player.
Okay, but it just made. Even then, they're supposed to have more awareness. That's even worse. But anyway, just made my day.
If you wanna know how like our team is, it's practically our support is a solo laner, and our mid laner is a support. Our ADC is a mid laner.
I love this team.
And our jungler is a carry.
I love this game. Now, out of curiosity, why did you go Blackthorn? Like, I know you know it's bad, but why did you go into Blackthorn? I just want to hear what your thought process is.
I need to do more damage, please.
That is what your thought process is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, alright, King Arthur. I don't know if you play him or not, but how does he do damage?
Ability.
Okay. More importantly, what items does he build to allow him to do damage?
Glad Shield, Pridwin.
Yep. And nowadays, Sundering, because everyone builds that. So what's the difference between King Arthur and Odin? You both have extremely low cooldowns, you both get 2 rotations, you both get 8 abilities off in a team fight. This Circuit's a troll. I'm not even mad that you bird bombed there.
I try to peel for him.
Peel for who? Robin? Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I shouldn't have ever went in.
Yeah, and even if you did, you should be pressing shield and walking in. You should never be bird bombing in, unless, like, especially in a situation like that. If your full team's there and they're ready to capitalize off that cage, yeah, sure, go for it at that point. Because you have Pridwin now, you have 2 shields. You're okay. Yeah, but you didn't, so it's kind of a troll into play. Thank God you lived though, because if you didn't, realistic, this is what they should be pulling this right now. The enemy team should be pulling that and baiting a 3v5, because they know you're forced to back. They know they just killed your jungler, which means it's a 3v5. All they have to do is place the Jing Chen right here, and then say, "Come fight me, motherfuckers." That's all they have to do.
And I think at
Fighting in
this
mid.
point, I just ignored the Jing Chen.
Good.
And I
That's
just
what you should have been
cleared
doing since
wave.
like level, or since minute 11.
And then I come in and try to go for this team fight,
Which
but
is
then go for
fine.
back camps.
Well,
Because
there's
there
no
was
team fight happening, so yeah, what's the point? That's one thing you'll notice if you ever watch a pro player. Even if there's a team fight happening, half the time they'll stop and get these. If it's there, they're gonna take it. Especially if they can do it quickly. Maybe not on Guardians as much because they have a harder time clearing. But hell, even for like me, if I'm rotating this way into a Gold Fury fight, then I'm gonna like bird bomb this and then keep walking because by the time I get over here, my cooldown's back. I know I completely missed this fight, but nothing of importance happened. I could tell because their carries are up by their backs. So, there really shouldn't be anything important happening there.
And then we
Okay.
asked ourselves the question in a little bit, why are we over here? There is nothing over here.
Good. I'm happy. That's the other thing I was looking at. I was like, why are you guys here? But that's not what I'm looking for. Where the hell is it? There we go. Okay, so next question. Look at the game state. What is the most important thing for you to be doing right now?
Setting up for Fire Giant, getting wards out.
Getting wards out is correct, but think about your build. What is the most important thing for you to do right now?
Get my starter item.
Yes.
Upgraded.
You hit level 20.
I just don't have the money right now.
I know. So if you don't have the money right now, how do you get the money?
Farm. There's waves pushed up on right.
Yep.
There's back camps available
Back
to
cast
me.
spawning, your blue buffs up. You could have had your starter item already, and then this Jing Chen already has his, but that's actually a really, really big power spike, and that's kind of scary, that he has his and you don't. But anyway, the minute you start hitting like level 18, 19, most of the time, Gold Fury's down at that point, and it's Fire Giant time.
So just become a farm bot.
Yes. Now, of course, like that's in this scenario, you should be. So I'll give you 100 gold. You got EXP for that. I know you did. Sadly, he didn't hold the blue for you. Be vocal. Like, hey, like I need this blue. Like, don't clear it alone. Like, go do your backs first and then meet me at the blue. There's a fight happening. They know you're over there. You were just pinged. All you have is a poor little emoji. So if you dare go in here, you die. At this point, your main goal and objective. What is your objective right now?
Dive the back line?
Nope.
Oh, get my starter item upgraded.
I know what I just said, but then it's going to contradict what I just said, but the game state right now is to defend this. In a perfect world, yes, you want to get your starter item online, but you physically cannot. You want to, like, stall this and try to get them off of it as much as possible.
I think we do here.
Now, question for you, how do you do this?
I think I go in and just straight ult.
Alright, better idea. Better question. Let me rephrase that. How should you do this?
I don't really know.
Okay. So, it's a 3v4, assuming it's a 3v5 because you didn't see Sirket back. Assuming it's a 3v5. At that point, what is your goal? The main objective is to get him off of Fire Giant. But yes, that is absolutely correct. Don't die. Waste their time. That's how you stall these out. Your job isn't to get them off of it. Well, it is. But your job is to distract them long enough that they can't tank it anymore. Or, hey, my carries are coming back. Or, hey, I have 5 people on me. Hey, Soul, throw an ult. For example. Now, here's a good question. How do you extend your HP bar? Because if you try to walk in here, you will get blown up.
Press 2 or press 4.
So, another question. Do walls have HP bars?
No.
Can hunters shoot through walls?
No.
So, have you ever played a shooter before?
Yeah.
Would you walk out in the open against an LMG or a sniper?
No.
So why would you walk out in the open against a hunter?
My brain just exploded.
One of the biggest things about gaming in general is being able to take experience you have from other games and bringing it to this one. I played Overwatch when it first released, and I was a Reinhardt main. Well, guess what? Am I going to sit there and hold out my shield and walk forward against all of their fire at once, or am I going to sit behind cover and follow the cover until I can't? Why can't you do the same thing here? If you stand right here, and their ADC is like right here shooting the thing, they can't hit you. But you could poke out, distract them, and then they have to make a choice. Do I hit Fire Giant and ignore you, which then you're hitting them? Or do I turn to hit you, which then you're, hey, I'm behind a wall again. And now they can't shoot through it. And then they have to go out of position, leaving them open to your Soul, and that's the only problem with Soul. That's why I don't like Soul as a mage. I like her as an ADC, because then she follows the rules of an ADC. But Soul can't hit through walls. Merlin can. Scylla can. Anyway, that's just my rant with Soul. That's why I don't like her as a mage, because she can't do what a mage is supposed to do. Her only thing she can do is ult. She could throw and like try to hook her 2 around walls, but that's about it. Anyway, that's how I would approach this. I would be like, hey guys, stay a little bit, like stay back here, stay safe, and I'm gonna poke my head around here. And if they full on commit to me, well, guess what? Now my carries can step forward, and I can step behind this wall for cover, because this thing doesn't have an HP bar.
Yeah, and also the tanks might also be on it, and they would be taking a lot of damage still.
Yep. So again, I think you're probably just gonna... Alright, see, now this is good. On both teams. You popped up, and they saw Soul go around the back. At least I'm assuming Jing Chen saw it and called it. All of them are backing off. Do you need to go in?
No.
Okay. Soul should be hitting him. Soul should be like right here just hitting this guy. But anyway. It's literally just free damage. You did that too late. You did that way too late. Again, always try to hug walls when you're trying to run away from a hunter. Because again, if they're right here, try to break their line of sight, because if you break their line of sight, they can't hit you. And that's the thing that will shred you in these types of games. Especially nowadays with them being like running the meta, they will like one-shot you. But anyway, if you should have had jump by then, I think. The minute that Jing Chen roots you, you are pressing that jump. Or pressing your shield. You're doing everything you can to extend your HP bar. So they get Pyro here, which objective is complete. They don't get fire off that. Serquette's way out of position, but it's Serquette, which means she's not out of position. So, hey.
I think we do pick her out here.
Good. I'd be happy if you did. I don't think it can. Alright, she leads everyone back to Fire Giant. She's an idiot. Alright, they get it. You jump in. Bright side, we got their tanks.
And we go and we kill everyone but Spooky Mars.
Now, you should have thrown this and been, like, ready to blink by now. That's a bad cage. Why is that a bad cage?
Because...
He's guaranteed dead anyway. Good stun. I think he hit that anyway.
I did. But he's had beat immunity still.
Okay, I would like to rewatch that. Can I actually click over here? I can. So I want to rewatch it from your perspective. Can I not free cam this? Can I actually... Direct is the button I'm looking for?
It's assisted, and
actually,
then
wait, I
you
can just
gotta
do
click
this.
the man.
Wait, assisted, then click him?
Yeah, click the man. On the bottom right.
Where?
That's right beside the assisted.
Oh, I see it now. Cool. Alright. So, I like that bird bomb only because you're trying to steal the Fire Giant. You don't get it, but that's fine. Your team instant kills them. Now, what should you have done here?
blinked.
You should have just thrown it and get blink to get in there. You have your jump and you have your bird bomb. Now this is one of the few exceptions where I say jump in first and then shield, because their goal is to retreat. Your job is to chase them down. If you blink jump, you're out of position, yes, but then your shield and then your stun will be hopefully back. Your stun will be up soon. It's like I don't know what the cooldown is at this point. It should be like a decent bit of time, like maybe 4 or 5 seconds at this point. By the time you actually blink and jump in there, it'll be and have your shield up, it'll be about 4 or 5 seconds, and it's being generous. So imagine if the minute you see that Merlin blink, guess what? You have 3 seconds and your cage is up. You'll be able to blink, jump to catch up with him, and then cage him. Now he's stuck. He's guaranteed dead at that point. And then, since Erlong's right next to him, you would have caught hidden too.
Yeah, I missed the stun there.
Alright. Now you see why I said that cage was bad? He was guaranteed dead anyway. You saw his thing go. Now you know... That missed.
No,
anyway.
it hit.
Oh, it did hit?
Just,
okay. It looks weird.
It's just the beat.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Calm down. Calm down in these team fights. Because you're more worried about trying to line up your jump right now than hitting auto attacks. Imagine if you hit 4 auto attacks right now. She'd be a quarter.
Well, she August.
No, I mean just like literally a couple seconds before this. Like while she's running around, just literally running around you and you're trying to jump to catch up with her. I'm gonna put this slower just so we actually see it. I don't mind that jump because there's no way she's hitting you and all this, and even if she is, she's dying. Merlin goes in, your stun's up in a couple seconds. I don't mind this, he's the only one left. Stop that.
I'm dead here, by the way.
That's why. Bird bombing, damn it. Alright, anyway. I need to get this off. I need to go back to free and hit you. So, how should you have escaped this? Words are hard.
I should have jumped after he burnt all my shield.
You just pressure 2, and that's gonna buy you enough time to walk to here. Can Merlin get over walls?
No. I didn't know I can jump that.
Yeah. I mean, you might not be able to jump this specific part straight across, but you could jump here, you could jump there. But anyway. Again, think about what the enemy can do. A Wheelix. I've seen Thor's Ducky. He tried to bait in a Wheelix. He walked towards the wall. He knew she could follow him over the wall, so he threw the hammer, and then she jumped, and he just started walking this way. That was a highlight that stuck with me. He baited the hell out of Panatom, I think that was Panatom, he did that too. Oh yeah, you died. I'm like, where the hell are you? But Merlin can't go over walls. Hera can't go over walls. Persephone can't go over walls. She can shoot through walls now, but can't go over walls. Merlin can shoot through walls, but he already used his ice. And even then, he only died because he was able to get auto attacks and weave them in while you're running away from him.
Actually, no, it was in the arcade, that circle.
Yeah,
it's a big circle.
I mean, I would think you'd be able to live because I think you ate more ticks than you had to. I think. But anyway, even then your odds are better if you jump over the wall. Easiest way to put it at that point. Your odds are better. Right. So we get a bunch of kills. We strip them with their fire giant pretty much, and that's fine. Serket's going in. No one cares. Play. Literally no. All right, he should be ulting himself. Not ulting himself. He should be 2ing himself from now on.
Yeah, we had that discussion. I go in.
No, I just want to get a better understanding because there's so much shit happening everywhere. So UKG Erlong, you're trying to peel. I don't like that all of your block stacks are stuck on my screen. Anyway, who is this? Spooky Mars. That's the Merlin. Why is that?
I tried to get the Merlin. I thought I had him in range.
That's fine. You tried it and it didn't happen. That's fine. But who is that? That's the Serket. No one cares. We don't know where Jing Wei is. We don't know where Jing Chen is. Okay. So we're split targets. I like your cage. even though it like only caught the one because it split the fight up. Now I think he just bird bombed in.
Hello?
Need me to pause?
Yeah, I just lagged out, I think. My mouse stopped working.
Okay.
Is it working now? Okay, it's working now.
Cool.
I got to the part where we were talking about the, me trying to get... We were
Merlin
talking
in?
about
Okay.
the circuit.
Okay. Now, why do I actually like that cage?
Because it peels for my, my ADC a little bit, and it cages in the air long.
I don't care about the peel. Your job isn't to peel. But what this does, and the only reason why I don't like the timing of it, I like the cage, I like the placement of the cage, I just don't like the timing of the cage. It's separate, well, I guess it does. It stops Merlin from doing damage. It's perfectly fine.
I just chose my tag wrong.
I
chose wrong targets.
Yeah, you chose the wrong target, really. But besides that, the reason why I like this cage, it keeps Merlin out this fight. Can this Merlin hit anything other than the out of position Danza, who shouldn't be here?
Yeah.
And then this allows your team to hit this Erlong. It allows your team to hit this Circuit. You don't. Odin Cage is more of a zoning ult than something to trap people in. It's perfectly fine to cut people off outside the cage because that means you're using a movement ability to get in or using a phantom to get into your cage to do damage.
Which they didn't buy phantom at all.
Yeah. Which means you have essentially a giant fucking Ymir wall. It's another way they'll think about your cage. It's okay to ult people to keep them out of a fight. And that means out of your cage. Because again, that means that you have to burn a utility to get into your cage to do damage. Like if this guy was positioned correctly, this Merlin would have to blink to get in, to walk all the way over here to throw damage in. Or his other option is to walk all the way around to do damage. Neither of which he's gonna do. Now again, your Don's dead anyway because he's a bit of a special child. He wants to go in. Well, he's out of position, better way of saying it. Now you bird bomb in, which means guess what you get to do? Commit die. Yeah, they missed the sun. They hit the second one when you were already dead. I love this game.
This is Reap for you.
Yes, it is. I slowed it down instead of speeding up. I was like, why is it going even slower? I'm Masters, by the way. I'm great at this game, but just don't ask me to spectate. So I'm assuming that's game.
Yeah, they just pushed down left side.
Yep. And that's honestly on your Danza. But hey,
yeah, we went over it with him for him not to be up that.
Just it's a T1, no one cares. And on top of that, pressure 2 and sit on yourself. That's so difficult for a melee character to kill a Danza because how are they supposed to hit him when they have a non-DRable taunt that he could just sit in? I hate Danza if you can't tell. She died.
Damn. I'm pretty sure you hate the master class that came out.
Yes, I do, but I never watched it because it's for Danza Burrow. If you need help playing Danza Burrow, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be playing Smite. Because I am a solo laner who, if you take me out of my role and out of support, I drop to platinum. And I play Danza Burrow when I'm stuck in that role. I play Danza Burrow and Heimdall. Who messaged me? Luna, what do you want? No, I have shit to do. Alright, so
currently offline.
Perfect. She realized I wasn't answering and just left. Alright, so just like this stuff isn't really truly important, the stat line, it's just curiosity. You did more damage than the Jing, but you mitigated a hell of a lot less.
And also, I needed to place more wards, which is a thing I've been working on in my casuals and ranked games.
It's important, but realistically though, your wards are for two things. It's to get timers, the investment part, and to ward out for fire giant dances. Which even then, our wards are still low because we're the ones getting the sentries. And if we're not the ones getting the sentries, then we're the ones getting the far out wards, which you couldn't really do because they had a full presence in the jungle the entire time. So my next question to you, what did you learn from this game?
Let's take a look here back at the notes.
Yep, that's why they're there.
Group up the wave. Um, stop bird bombing, damn it.
That better be written like 15 times because I felt like I said it 40.
And then stun them, damn it.
It's like they gave him a stun. Yes, the attack speed is good, and it's really good. But you know what's better? Chain CC, because then they're not doing anything. If Yamoja hits a stun, or if you hit the stun, that sets up Yamoja's stun, and vice versa.
Yeah,
And then it sets up the non-DRable taunt that Danza has, because why? But anyway, continue.
Blink and jump when chasing, because you know they're not going to be turning on you and trying to kill you, and then cage afterwards.
Yep. And it's perfectly fine to use your cage to zone out things. It's fine to miss your cage as long as it's intentional, pretty much.
That was totally intentional.
It's a good cage, but it wasn't meant to be a good cage.
It wasn't meant to be good.
Anyway, continue.
Use the 2 to eat the damage, and the 1 as practically as like more health in the sense as you're not taking that damage and more of an escape.
Yep. So like, you know how Jing Chen wants to jump over your abilities? That's one of the reasons why he's so hard to kill. Odin's the exact same way. Or Hunbats. Whenever you ever try catching a Hunbats and he just jumps.
Oh dear God.
And it's like frame 1 jump. How do you catch that? Odin's the exact same way. Gilgamesh and Fenrir, they have startup to their jumps, which means you could catch them before it happens. Yeah, do you know how many times I've tried jumping as Gilgamesh and then I would get stunned out and then stunned again and then stunned again? I'm like, guys, I'm in the air, like my legs are off the ground. Stop pulling me. You're not a Wheelix. Stop it. And Fenrir's the same thing. Or how many times Kamazots has been in ult animation and dies? Continue.
Okay, knowing the matchup better, like knowing that Xing Chen will constantly want to knock me up and use my 3 for that.
Yep.
To counter out that knockup.
That's a matchup thing. Other characters like Hercules will try to, push you, but keep in mind if he tries to push you first, that won't work. That's a matchup thing. Keep in mind, pay attention to your opponent's build. The way the opponent builds will tell you a lot about how they're going to play in lane. This guy built is Jing Chen with Vamp Shroud in Tyrannical, T1 Tyrannical. And you're a physical character. How are you ever going to outtrade that?
Unless he dives my tower. Never.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the only kill you got on him in laning phase because he was an idiot and used both his jumps against an Odin under tower. And he almost lived! That's the fucked up part. He almost lived. I hate Guardians, if you can't tell right now. Anyway.
I'm sorry for next game then.
Anyway. What's your priority in lane?
Be a bitch to the jungler.
Thank you. What is your... Alright, how do you do that? Better question.
I proxy, and then that gives me enough time to go take their jungle camps and do either rotate the mid or do another proxy. Then I'll do the other one.
How do you figure out what the opponent's thinking?
By thinking about how you're going to die in that situation.
What would I do if I was him?
How would I die?
How would I kill me? Oh, I jumped? I'd kill me then. How many times have you heard, hey, this guy has no this guy just jumped. Let's kill him. He has no shield. He has no jump. He just stunned.
Whenever I rewatch SPL.
Kill the bastard.
Whenever I hear the SPL, like, whenever I rewatch the SPL and they're like, just listening to the comms.
I'm just like, Merlin no 3, Merlin no 3, Merlin no 3. That's the same exact thing they're doing to you. Geb, 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 geb. Geb no
That's all
shield.
they cared about.
Geb no shield. I hate fighting Geb. Geb is like my kryptonite. I hate that character. It used to be Ganesh, and then I learned how to play against Ganesh's. I'm a King Arthur one trick, so what can I say? I hate the character.
I could see why.
Oh, I use abilities, you say? Stop. Stop. Get some help.
I used to be an Achilles one trick before, like I actually expanded my god pool.
Yep, I used to be one of those too. I am known for my Cullen, I am known for my Achilles, I am known for almost every warrior, as you're about to see.
Oh.
Right now I am known for my Gilgamesh. So, yeah.